Welcome to solverfy.
So I'm using a TI-84 and I put my data in list 1 and list 2. And when I did, I find the equation, regression equation, to be 21.024 plus 0.1389x. And then I graphed a scatter plot of the data. And the scatter plot of the data ends up looking like a pattern kind of like this. And then the regression equation ends up looking like that. So we can see that there's curvature in that data, and that regardless of what the correlation coefficient, we can see that there's definitely a pattern. And then you are asked to have a residual plot. And so a couple things you can do. You can go over here and into list 3, and you can go into your editor and you can find the residuals longhand by putting the regression equation up here. So go to variables and statistics and EQ, and it will put the equation in there. And the only thing I need to do is change the X value into list 1. And when I do, I get my residual, my predicted value, and that comes out to be 26.3, 25.7, etc. Those are the first couple. And then we could take list 2 minus list 3 to find my residuals. And make sure you're up in this L4 icon to do that. And list 2 minus list 3. And when I do, I get the residuals of negative 2.3 as my first one, negative 3.7, 0.4, 2, and so on. And that will give you an idea of what the residuals should look like. And then I can go back and do a stat plot. And my stat plot would have list 1 versus list 4. And also I would clear out that y equals because we don't need that anymore. And I don't want that to, when I hit zoom and number 9 for zoom stat, I end up getting a residual plot that looks like, whoops, let me put the axis. There we go. And the residual plot will always have that axis in the center, by the way. And the residual plot has a couple dots, and it does this, and like so. And anyway, we definitely see a pattern of a curved pattern on here that tells us that our linear model is really not suited to this, that there's probably a different curved model that would fit this data better.